Do 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 do.
The internet will be the judge of that.
Kick flipping horses.
Click, kick, flip, horse.
Bop,
Kick,
bop.
flip, horse. Oh yeah, there you are.
Hey,
Yeah, you're on there. Cool. Tight. Well, that's good news. We'll be slightly out of sync.
seems okay. Maybe.
I mean, video-wise. Like, you
Okay.
just waved at me, and then it was a good 5 seconds before I realized,
Or true.
so I could wave back. You know. But our reactions should still be in sync, right?
You're gonna
go.
be watching the videos via Discord, right? Or I don't know. I have no idea. We'll see. We'll work with it.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go, and then so what we're doing tonight, dear readers, is we're gonna talk about some video games. Jesse wants to talk about a game called The Forest, which I've not played, but I've seen before, and looks cool. I'm sure he's got great thoughts on it. But then my thought was I'm gonna read my Steam reviews from the past year or the year so far. Most of them are only a couple of sentences, and the other thing I thought would be fun is, in order to keep this whole video to, a manageable length, if the trailer ends before I'm done reading my review, I'm just gonna stop the review.
And just keep. Okay, so that's your timer. So you've got. The,
So I'm relying on you.
talk in it.
I'm relying on you to keep me honest on that. If
Okay.
you
I'll just say time.
when it switches, just say next one.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
All right, cool.
Awesome.
So tell me about The Forest, buddy.
So the forest. I'll have it play.
Oh wait, hold on a second. I forgot. We have to. This is a real show. We have things. We have processes we have to observe. I'm Ivan.
Hello.
That's Jesse.
Hi.
This is How to Kickflip a Horse from the Horse's Mouth presents. No one has rated this review as helpful yet. Ivan's Steam reviews of 2023.
Does it?
You gonna get wet? I ain't gonna take you home. Well, come on, he got his damn feet wet now. Shit, dog.
Amazing.
Welcome.
Are there any stats to your reviews? Like, what do you know what your average review given was?
I could. So on Steam, it's only thumbs up or thumbs down.
There's
So I
no,
guess
like,
I could
percentage.
average the total.
Mm-hmm. I didn't
gonna-
realize it was a up-down system.
I'm gonna go out on a limb and hazard a guess that more of these reviews are gonna be negative than positive. There have been a fair number of bangers this year, though.
I'm stoked, yeah.
But I've played a fair number of stinkers,
Mm-hmm.
and also some of my thumbs downs are like thumbs downs with caveats.
Right, for sure.
Like it's I try to make it clear when it's a thumbs down for me, but there are good things.
Mm-hmm. I'm excited to see what Nuts is about. But shall we start with the forest?
Yeah, tell me all about The Forest, buddy.
Well, let's start up front by just saying I'm going to spoil the shit out of this game. It's like 10 years old. So if you don't want spoilers, go away now, or fast forward, because I'm gonna spoil the fuck out of this whole game. As long as you don't care, Ivan, right? Cool.
No, not at all. I actually, until this very moment, was unaware that there was a story.
Oh yeah. So
I
it's
thought
one of
I
those-
thought it was just a straight up like survival wilderness, but like spooky zombies.
Yeah, they're like mutants. Some people call them cannibals, but I think that's kind of, I don't know. It feels wrong, so I call them mutants.
Reductive.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
They're more than cannibals.
But I think we've already touched on the first thing I didn't like about it was that it just like doesn't give you guidance in the early game. It's very like
Oh, it just drops you right in and is like, figure it out, fucker.
right. It's very original Zelda. You're just like, okay, just look around till you found it. So I got through the game in 20 hours with my strategy being my first run through. I was going in blind till I died, and then after that, I was going to use a map. Not like much in the way of strategy, just map.
So is there an internal mapping mechanic, or
There is.
you mean just like on the internet?
I used one on the internet, but so basically the way the game works is essentially there's like 10 caves and you have to explore the caves and get 3 essential items, and with these essential items you can go into the big ass sinkhole. And the big ass sinkhole is where you can complete the mission, like the storyline of the game. So that's how the game is played.
Oh, okay.
Is by randomly finding these we'll go through it again. Is by randomly finding these caves. And you basically just need 3 items. It's the climbing axe, the rebreather, and like a key card.
Are the maps like randomized? Oh well, I guess if you're looking at maps, then yeah, not.
No, it's not randomized, but the one really good thing about this game is it gives hard anchor points too, like for saving. So if you do die, you can always go back to your hard anchor. So like,
Oh, okay.
you can always make sure you're going through the storyline of the game. You know what I mean, or whatever you want to do.
Oh, that's a pretty cool way of doing that.
It's very forgiving in that way, which is cool.
Is this man building a statue out of limbs and then setting
Yup.
it on fire? Is that
Oh,
what I'm
yeah.
seeing here?
Yeah, one of the
And this
coolest
is
parts.
this is you don't play as a cannibal.
No.
Oh God, look at those dudes! I missed them the first time.
Yeah, so it's fucking nuts. I think a lot of the game development was focused on the AI. The AI is really interesting. They'll do like really tricky shit. Like if there's 3 of them looking at you, one of them will run like they're attacking you, but run behind you. And if you turn around to engage it, the other 2 jump on you.
Classic Velociraptor move.
Yeah, they're clever girls. If you kill one of them and like run away and hide and watch, like if others find the body, they'll either eat it or bury it. And they do interact with the player in different ways depending on how the player's like interacting with the world. It's pretty cool.
So like, in what ways?
Like so, it's about base building, right? So if you build a base, that's like big and obvious, it'll get way more attention and get attacked by more powerful mutants over time. But like I built a really small, discrete one, and I saw like almost no activity in where my area was, and like I would make sure that I chopped wood away from where my camp was and shit like that. So if you're making a big impact, like cutting down lots of trees and doing things and like killing lots of animals, or like fucking with their camps, because you can go to their camps and break their effigies and shit. And their effigies have like meanings that you can interpret, and it's pretty cool.
All their posters of Moses and important rocks and stuff.
Mm-hmm. The basic
That's pretty
storyline
cool.
I also really enjoyed the storyline, which was cool because it was like you start by just getting in a plane crash, and you wake up and your kid is getting taken by this dude that's just covered in red, and then you start the game and you just have to fucking go about your life figuring this shit out.
Red man stole my son.
Literally. And eventually you make into the sinkhole, and the sinkhole has a secret lab in it, and the secret lab's the coolest part of the game. All the game is just like filler to get to the lab and get to the really cool part, where there's like all sorts of gnarly mutant experiments going on.
Oh shit.
So another part of the game is finding all the other passengers in the plane crash, which are all like mutilated and mangled and have been tortured by the cannibals throughout the island. It's pretty cool.
Fun. One little POI.
Yeah, and so you uncover the story about how this lab, this Hera lab, was doing research trying to like help sick children by increasing their longevity, and in doing so, they accidentally made all these like mutant creatures. They ended up being real nasty and like testing on humans and shit. And
Sure.
some of them got out. That's how they eventually became the cannibals. And then basically, this worker, he ended up finding these alien artifacts on the island, and one of the mutants got out and killed his daughter, and so he found this artifact that can bring children back to life, and this other artifact that has the power to like bring down planes. So what you find out is he ended up bringing down your plane so that he could capture your kid and put him in the artifact to bring his daughter back to life.
Oh, what an asshole.
You discover this by you get into the lab and you find the artifact and you just find your fucking dead kid in it.
No!
And, oh,
my
this
boy.
game also has no problem with baby killing. There's tons of baby killing.
I've abandoned my boy.
Right? So you put him in
That's
the
pretty
list.
cool.
Yeah.
There's so many layers. I
Hold
was
on, we're
like,
not
secret
quite
lab,
done yet.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, cool, sick. I love this.
So you put your dead kid into the reviver artifact thing, and you go to find his daughter, because you assume like his daughter's like revived, right? Because she's not in there.
Right.
And then you go find her, and she turns into the boss fight, and you put her back in the reviver machine, and it's like, this isn't going to work. She's dead. So your kid's just dead.
Damn.
And you're like, fuck. You get this key card, you go to the last part of the game, and then it gives you an option. You can either activate the plane down artifact, and on the screen it's being like, target acquired 3 potential subjects. And it's like, you know, Kyle 5, like Kayla
To
4,
try
to try
try
revive
again,
the daughter.
get it work.
Right.
Yeah.
Or you can shut down the big machine and have it end.
Sure.
I forgot to mention one detail. While you're playing the game, the red guy will randomly appear in certain places and just kind of like watch you from the distance and leave.
Oh, I don't like that. I thought you were gonna say he just attacks you, but which I also don't like. But you know, in certain contexts, I can handle that type of thing in a game. But it's way creepier to just have him show up and not do anything.
Yeah, you find his corpse
And then
at
just
the
fucking
end. He gets
run
murdered by his daughter with crayons. Yep.
Oh, so the red guy is the scientist?
Yes. Yep. Okay. And so, yeah, once he revives the daughter by killing your kid, she kills him, and then you kill her. And then you have the option, and this is the part that I thought was really cool, because either
Ouroboros
way,
swallows its own tail once again.
exactly. Either way, you're like continuing the story, because you either shut down the big artifact and you just go about living on the island like normal, or you hit the activate button, and it's actually really cool. They do a really cool cinematic of crashing the plane like right in front of you. And then it's like you go on this game show where your kid freaks out and like kills people. But it's basically you continue the cycle. You know what I mean? Like you said, it's the Ouroboros, and you're like,
sure.
It could have.
So I assume the sequel, Sons of the Forest, assumes that to be the canon ending.
I think so. I've read a bit about it. I don't think I'm going to play it. I think I'm just going to watch the stories for it. But I know you go in as a small military unit of like three people. Yeah, and I don't know exactly more than that, but I'm going to spoil it for myself because it was 20 hours to try to get like a bit of really cool story. It was cool experience. Like, again, the game was fun enough and the building was fun. The mutants were really cool and the end game was really cool. But, you know.
Yeah.
I could.
So you don't feel like the is there just like a survival only mode? Is there just like a open world, or do you just have to not do the story to do that way?
No, there is. You can just not worry about the story ever and just like survive and have fun with it that way. And it's multiplayer, which is cool. So you can build forts like, with your friends. There's a Uber artifact at the end of the game that you can get, which lets you. It's like a little alien artifact with a rod in the ground that you can change colors and either repel or attract the mutants. So like you could go through the game with your friends, get that artifact, and then like, you know, use it to ward them off while you build a big ass base, and then use it to bring them all and try to defend your base, sort of like 7 Days style.
Sure. Huh.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's interesting to have like the story mode and the multiplayer and the survival kind of all in the same like world space.
Yeah.
Like the same play space.
Yeah, I really wish
Interesting
it gave you
way to do
guidance
it.
in the beginning. That was the hardest
I'm a
part.
very large baby, so I don't cotton much to horror games. When you were like you see him in the trees and then he runs away or whatever, I was just like
Yeah, they just disappear. You're like, oh fuck.
That's exactly that's like the kind of shit that gets me the most in a horror movie. Like Signs is not a very Signs is not a very good movie, but it does that. Like I saw something really fucking terrifying and weird and inexplicable out of the corner of my eye,
Right.
kind of thing. Like I got myself really fucking bad. I had put my windbreaker over the back of Jenna's chair in the kitchen.
Oh no!
And forgotten about it.
Chair,
and
right?
it was yeah. I mean, it's it's the same height as this one, which is if I stand up, I don't know. Oh God, just knock my whole fucking shit over.
Oh shit!
It's like it's a little below waist height.
Okay.
Shirt all tucked in, all weird.
You look great.
Thanks, buddy. But I turned the light on, and my brain went, "That's a person hunkering down in front of your kitchen table." And I was just like, "What the fuck am I going to do now?" And I was like, "Oh, it's my windbreaker. All right, good."
And that's how I've been.
But yeah, that like little. That's why I only have one chair now. Jenna's going to be pissed.
Sorry, Jenna.
You know. She'll live with it. I think we actually do have. I mean, even if I were to destroy a chair, I think we have some unused bonus chairs.
Oh, bonus chairs.
I believe we got those from Wednesday night cast member Joe.
Nice.
He gave us those chairs when he moved to where's his ass live? Florida.
Good shit.
Like, I know he lives somewhere down there.
Somewhere in the weird.
Yeah.
For some reviews? Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you
please.
like one, maybe two more questions. I don't know what the second one's gonna be. I haven't thought of it yet. But so do you not feel the like survival mechanics are engaging or entertaining enough to like keep playing it that way, like sort of the way you've been playing the Long Dark?
I think it would.
Or I mean, I guess you're still just playing the Long Dark.
Yeah, no, I think it would be fun with like friends. Like if I were doing like fort building with like a handful of friends, I think that would be really fun.
Right.
The building mechanics are nice and they're cool, and the collection's not bad. I'm just like I like a little more like point of interest navigation in my crafting games, which is why I think the Long Dark appeals to me so much, because it's just like it's a lot of the times a walking simulator, but it's like the trials and tribulations of getting from point A to point B a lot of the time, right? Like
sure, and like there is a point A and a point B in any given area.
Right, and it's a big fucking map, right? Like
true.
It would take you probably, now that they've introduced the far territories, it probably takes like an hour or two to go from the furthest 2 points in the map. Like if you started on Timberwolf Mountain and went all the way to like Forsaken Airfield, that would probably take you like probably a real life hour. Yeah, it's fucking big.
I'd be surprised if it didn't take longer, honestly.
It really might. And that's the other cool thing about Long Dark too.
And it's like if you're playing on easy mode too.
Mm-hmm. And the weather is such a variable. Like, like there have been times where I've struggled for an hour to get from point A to point B, and it's been like dark and stormy, and the wolves are on me.
Right, because you're like, well, now I'm trapped in this fucking cave.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
And it's still snowing.
Right. And you're just like, I can't sleep. Like,
right. So if I sleep, I'll starve to death. If I move, I'll freeze to death.
Then you like load a few saves back and go do it again, and you're like, oh, it's sunny. Like I just walked through it, didn't even see a wolf. Like, god damn it.
Randomly generated stuff will get you like that, won't it?
Yeah. That game gets the temperature goes down significantly once you get 100 days in.
Oh, really?
Which I didn't know. Yeah, like I just got to day 200 something in my long campaign, and
Oh,
the
shit.
temperature is like negative.
And you're like,
50.
is it me or is it just way extra cold all the time?
Yeah, it's fucking gnarly. Like nighttime gets so cold. It's really gnarly.
Wow.
That game's fun.
Ain't that some shit?
They're
Yeah,
releasing an update this month.
I really enjoyed. Oh, that's cool. I really enjoyed that game. I definitely I didn't get into the survival mode anywhere near as hard as you have.
I didn't think I would. It's not my alley.
But I really liked the story too. I felt like the fourth chapter was kind of weak. But I hope they bring it to a satisfying conclusion in that someday coming fifth chapter.
I thought it was. Am I tripping? Is it not supposed to be in December?
Oh, really? I mean, I admittedly have not been keeping up with any updates on it.
They say late 2023.
For chapter 5?
Yeah.
Oh, I only got a month and a half. That'd be cool if it came out this month or next. I'd enjoy that. It's a good ass game.
Yeah, it is really good, and you gotta love a little indie developer like Hinterlands. They've got
Sure.
a new. They've hinted that they've got something new in the works. That's going to be very unlike the Long Dark.
Interesting.
Yeah, we'll see how they do it. Did you see their pop-up store opened up too? You could buy the
I
fishing
did.
sweater.
Yeah, some of that gear is pretty tight.
Yeah, except for it was like
That
$250.
sweater looks warm as hell. Well, yeah,
looks
sure, and
nice.
it probably all sold out like within a couple of hours. I bet.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. It looked
Like
quality too.
by the time I looked at it, like I was thinking like maybe I'll get the mug, and I was like, nah, no way.
I did the same thing. I was like, yep, okay, the cool ass shirt sold out right away. Makes sense. And I was like, any coffee mug? Nope. Cool. Okay.
Bye, store. Well, you already got my money, Hinterland.
Yeah, you guys are great. Keep it up.
Yeah. Well, there's some other games
Yeah, give me your opinion on
that
games.
I've got to talk about. I find myself compelled. I don't know if it makes me insane or an asshole or both, but I just love talking about video games. I
Hell
love
yeah.
thinking about them, and I love playing them. And I like to examine the things that make me like them, and also the things that make me don't like them. And I'm going to take you on a journey of the Steam reviews that I've written so far this year. It's almost the end of the year. So in lieu of creating a best of or whatever the fuck, I'm going to just read these. I'm going to try and get through them as fast as I can.
Okay.
Try and finish each one before the end of the trailer that Jesse is going to play for us
Are we just
on the stream here.
Sorry.
What's up?
Are we just gonna like when this one's? Are we just gonna jump right into the next one when you go into it? Like, are we kind of speed running this, or is it gonna be like, okay, time's up, and you're gonna be like, okay, let me get ready, and then we.
I mean, all I really have to do is scroll up, and then after a few, switch the page. But I don't think that'll really take any type of appreciable length of time. Also, if you feel like cutting in and talking about any of these, or asking for, I don't know, expansion of anything,
Yeah.
or shit like that, just pause it. That's fine.
Cool. Awesome. I'm excited.
All right.
All right. Let me know.
Let's
when you're ready.
do it. Thanks for coming on this journey with me, buddy. And thanks all you folks out there for watching.
Hell yeah, I'm hyped. Let's go.
We're starting with X Zodiac. One person found this review helpful. One person found this review funny. I gave this a thumbs down.
Oh.
I really like the look of this, but the controls are floaty. The hitboxes are hard to see. It's hard to tell when an enemy projectile is actually going to hit you, and the lock-on mechanics are bad.
Just like first
Kudos to
SNES
this team.
Star Fox.
Yeah. Kudos to this team for wanting to revive the spirit and style of the SNES/N64 Star Fox games, but they really botched the part where everything should feel tight and satisfying. Posted January 5th.
Damn, Jesus, we have a whole nother minute left of this.
Hell yeah.
This is dope. I mean, like, it looks great.
It looks fucking cool.
Played the emulator for this game. Not this game, but for Star Fox, and was like, oh man, this game feels like shit. Because we grew up on
SNES
64.
one?
Yeah.
The 64 one I replayed not that long ago. I replayed it on this computer, like emulated, and that shit fucking ruled.
Yeah.
I never got to the part with the bike in this. That's weird.
It is gnarly, right? Is it a monkey on a bike? He's got a tail.
Oh yeah, it's a little chimpanzee or some type of something, some type of monkey, a simian.
Yeah, there we go. Whoa.
But yeah, so it was pretty disappointing. It looked super cool, but it was really hard to tell when stuff was actually going to hit me. And you see how when he's locking onto stuff, it sort of like flicks to it.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't really I feel like it didn't really lock. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
okay.
that last little bit, it flicked to the same point on the boss twice. All right, Dwarf Romantic.
What? How much was that game?
Did you pause it?
Yeah,
Ex Zodiac. I think it was. I don't know. I probably got it on sale, and I would guess between I don't know, $5 and $10.
Cool. Awesome. You ready for Dwarf Romantic?
Hit it.
Go.
All right. No one has rated this review as helpful yet. One person found this review funny, and I got the Jester Award, which I don't understand Steam rewards, so whatever. I gave this a thumbs down. I said, this reminds me of the first time I tried to play Catan, and no one would explain the objective of the game to me. This kind of does,
Probably
but not
fault.
very clear. No, it was a lot of assholes doing that to me in that game.
Oh, poor thing.
Yeah, you know. So yeah, no one would explain the objective of the game to me. This kind of does, but not very clearly, and I was frustrated by not being able to tell what anything did or what any of the goals of the game actually were. Posted January 23rd.
Oh, you nail it. You're 2 for 0. Yeah, it looks like Catan meets that oh man, what was the game where you was a painting wolf, like Okami?
Oh yeah, Okami.
Yeah, it reminds me of like Okami meets Catan.
Huh.
Dwarf
Yeah,
Romantic.
I just I couldn't figure out what it actually wanted me to do. Like I
Right.
understood here's
still
your
don't know
tiles,
either.
put them together and numbers pop out or whatever.
Grow.
But I didn't understand to what end the numbers were going up or to what end, I didn't understand what I was supposed to actually be trying to accomplish because it seemed like
Right.
everything I did kind of did the same thing.
Right. Yeah.
I definitely
don't
didn't
understand it.
get to railroads and shit. That was
No, it's
I quit
interesting.
I quit before then.
So weird. I bet there's some people on YouTube that are insane at this game, and you're like, I don't even know what's going on.
Yeah.
It's like a crafting game, so it's supposed to be artsy. It looks like.
Sure, but why did I don't know. In the trailer there's that little they just placed a little house next to a windmill and the number that shoots out is 173.
Dang.
And it's by what metric is anything interacting? I just
Feng
didn't
shui.
understand what did what with what, if that makes any sense.
Interesting.
So it was opaque and frustrating, and I very likely, no, in fact, I 100% did get a Steam refund.
Nice. I'm excited.
I think
for the
I've
next one.
I've probably refunded more games. Or wait, no, that doesn't make any sense. I almost said I've probably refunded more games than I've actually played, but that
You
was
just
dumb.
buy them,
That
refund
was-
them, and don't play them. Take that.
Yeah, fuck you, Steam, trying to tell me not to abuse your extremely generous refund system.
That's hilarious.
I always get it refunded to my Steam wallet. It's not like I'm not gonna buy a game eventually.
Right. And you might as well have the cash to just keep that cycle going that you have, so you get to keep doing your thing
Right.
of playing games.
And if a
checking them
game
out.
turns me off inside of like I would think even an hour playtime would be pretty acceptable.
Yeah.
For the return window, but most of the time when I return a game, it's like within half an hour. Because if I can't hang with the game for a half an hour, there's no reason for me to spend money on it.
Sure.
I've had bowel movements last longer.
Hey, and feel
be
better.
more enjoyable.
Right.
Yeah. Maybe I'll work that into my next next review.
the creative outlet's flowing as soon as the shit talk comes. I'm excited for the next one because I know you as like a Go player in real life. So we'll see how Just Go Taylor works.
Yeah, hit it.
Hit it.
All right, 2 people found this review helpful and 2 people found this review funny. I gave this a thumbs down.
Oh.
I said it's a fine collection of AI games, but not great for learning with no instruction accompanying the lessons. If you don't already know how to play, this won't help. I only went through about 50 of the beginner problems and found myself often frustrated when the game only tells you black to play versus black to live or black to kill. Which, in my experience, most Go problems do those. Especially, I mean, like, at least beginner ones. Because, like, look at this crazy-ass game.
Right. And that's the end. You want to jump
right.
right into Paparazzi?
Posted January 24th. Yeah, let's do it. Paparazzi. No one... All right, did you play it?
Yep.
No one has rated this review as helpful yet. I gave this a thumbs up. I said short, but does exactly what it sets out to do. Free roaming photo scavenger hunt where you take pictures of cute dogs.
Fuck yes.
I enjoyed this one a lot. Because look at it. It's so funny. Oh, and your man's... I think your guy is a camera?
He just
But
is
his
a camera?
long squiggly arms that reach out to pet the dogs is so funny.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
So
thoroughly
many good
enjoyed
boys
this
and
one.
girls. Look at him. Oh yeah, there he is. Or maybe. Whoa! What? Is that you?
Yeah, there's also a lot of wild shit in the game. Yeah, there's your little cameraman.
Oh my god, that's cool.
You can see his shadow is shaped like it too when he's skateboarding. Oh, and you can skateboard in the game too.
Yeah, that's why I went, whoa. Yeah, this looks cool. A little Kit Fox. I feel like I've seen that before.
The developer?
Yeah, it looks a little bit like Firefox meets Bitcoin, the logo.
Huh.
You want to...
Oh, I see it.
Move on to D's Nuts?
Yeah, let's do it.
D's Nuts. Go.
D's Nuts. No one has rated this review as helpful yet. I gave this a thumbs up, and I said, this game is a lot of fun and looks great, but the fact you can't save in the middle of the chapters gets frustrating.
Oh,
Each
no.
chapter is just a little too long to be a single serving, and sometimes life happens and you have to close the game and lose your progress. Or the game crashes and you lose your progress, which is a bonkers thing to encounter here in 2023. This one's really fun. The mechanics of this are very unique. It's a really... The story kind of comes out of nowhere in a very fun way. And also just basically stalking squirrels is remarkably entertaining.
So
You get to see them like hop around, find their little food and stuff.
okay, so you're trying to film squirrels. Cool.
Yeah.
Have you heard of Squirrel Stapler?
I believe we played that on stream, didn't we?
I think we talked
It's,
about it. 'Cause it's
David-
another,
David Zamansky, the
Right.
Iron Lung guy.
Mm-hmm.
I assume that's how you say his name. I'm probably way off, but sorry, David. Zamansky? That's what it looks like.
It's great. That's his name now.
Old Davy Z, even though I'm pretty sure it starts with an S. I might be wrong.
You got over 3 minutes on the next two. Each of them.
Oh, well, they're both pretty short.
Uh-oh. Here we go. Metal Gear Rising.
But let's hit it. Go?
Yeah.
All right.
I'll give you 5 seconds.
4 people found this review helpful, and 1 person found this review funny. I gave this a thumbs down. And I said, incomprehensible anime nonsense with a terrible camera, boring gameplay, repetitive enemies, opaque upgrade system, and Raiden sounds like he's straining to take a dump the whole game.
You had me in the beginning.
I didn't even get stuck when I gave up on this one. I just got bored with walking down hallways and jamming on the X button.
Oh, damn.
Posted February 26th. Yeah, that one was a special kind of bad.
I don't know that I've even
I don't
heard
believe
of
this one was actually like... I feel like Kojima maybe just wrote this one. I don't know if he actually worked on the development side of it. This was also, I think, between 4 and 5 when this came out, which was when his relationship with Konami was falling apart the most.
Really doing great.
I wanted it to be cool because, I like robots, I like Metal Gear Solid, I like sword fights, but it's just very, very, very boring. It's the same shit every encounter. The upgrades might as well just do nothing. And then you got to listen to a bunch of people who it doesn't seem like care about voice acting very much to a bunch of very bad voice acting. And Raiden in particular, like everyone was like, he caught a lot of flack initially for being like, I don't know, not like a gruff 80s tough guy.
Yeah, basically.
But he was at least like kind of a unique character. But now he's just like, I'm Raiden. I gotta do a sword fight. That really hurt my throat. Excuse me.
Annoying Gray Fox.
But yeah, I guess, and like I guess he's also
running around all
that
fast.
might
It's weird.
be kind of intentional, but
yeah,
I don't know. I don't know. It's hard to tell if it's dumb on purpose because
he just cut through a pillar.
I don't know. It's hard to tell if it's dumb on purpose, kind of like all the dumb parts in Metal Gear Solid games, but it also is not very fun or interesting.
Are there good, it's really just Solid and Snake Eater, right?
I mean, you mean like story-wise, gameplay-wise?
The good ones. Yeah, I guess story-wise, I wouldn't give it to any... yeah, I mean...
I feel like story-wise...
Same thing.
Story-wise, it really falls apart in 4. 4 is when, the arms dealer has, a pet monkey.
Which one's 4? I don't even remember that.
4 is with Old Snake.
Okay. I remember hating the one with Raiden.
See, I feel like that one, the story of that one also is, kind of bland, but it does make sense in its own way.
Mm-hmm.
It makes sense, internally, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But it doesn't really effectively continue the story of Metal Gear Solid 1
right.
in any appreciable way until the very, very end.
Mm-hmm.
Then 3 is a prequel, and then 4 is just slop. It's nothing. There's no real attempt at resolving anything in that game. It's just Metal Gear Solid, wacky stuff, huh? I sure do like it when robots are weird, and also I have very strange ideas about women.
The story is so random and mixed up that you can just do anything because it's just whoa.
Yeah,
genius.
yeah. It was very very kitchen sink.
Yeah.
Didn't I definitely played through the whole game. I'm pretty sure on TJ's PS3 if I recall correctly.
Nice.
And enjoyed it while I was doing it, but in retrospect, I'm like, wait a second, I don't think that game was actually good at all.
Can you buy Metal Gear Solid on Steam? That's the important question, I think.
They just came out with that HD collection. Mm-hmm. Or not, it's not even the HD collection, actually. That was one of the big criticisms. It's like a straight up emulation of the old one. It's not even a remaster, it's just
literally
emulation.
A money grab, yeah.
Yeah. Which, I mean, just Konami fired Kojima so they could concentrate on making pachinko machines. So, like, makes perfect sense.
Yeah. Good old pachinko machines.
They're like, hey, EA, hold my beer.
Oh man, I'm nervous about Resident Evil 2.
Well,
This is like
roll,
one of my
roll the
favorite
trailer.
games of 2018.
Roll the trailer.
It's rolling.
All right. No one has rated this review as helpful yet. One person found this review funny. I gave this a thumbs down. I'm so sorry to say, Jesse.
It's okay, I figured. I was ready.
It said, I couldn't hang with the idea of Constant Pursuit by Mr. X, which is a much more pervasive part of the remake than the original. It's a shame because other than me not being able to handle my anxiety, it's a great looking, great feeling game. I was worried that them cutting the cheesy B-movie vibe might make it difficult to get on board, but the writing and voice acting is very solid. Not much feels contrived or forced, and in a game where a door takes 3 medallions to open, that can't be easy to do. If you're fine with getting chased, check it out.
A very good review. A very nice
Posted
review.
April
for a thumbs
3rd.
down.
Yeah, so like I try to not be like persnickety about it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not giving stuff thumbs down to be an asshole. I'm giving it thumbs down because I didn't have fun with it.
Right, exactly.
And here's my reasons.
Yeah, he's more intense in this one.
It was really difficult. The first time he appears, I was like, "Oh look, it's Mr. X," because like he's an inherently like pretty funny character design. He's just a giant bald dude in a trench coat. Like that's pretty funny. And then he grabs you, and you're like, "Oh, I can't. I have to not be anywhere near him, huh?" And then it's like, all right, I'll run for it. And then a couple rooms later, you're like, well, shit, I have these. There's this room full of zombies here I haven't dealt with yet. And then here's Mr. X, and it's like, well, here I am at the game over screen again. So most of the time, I feel like games on the same sequence. I can tolerate a game hitting me with the game over probably like 3 times.
Mm-hmm.
And that's much more than that, unless the game is very, very, very fun to play. I'm just like, I'm good, done. Like I made it 5 and change hours into Resident Evil 2 also.
Nice. Yeah, I guess you would have had to get to Mr. X.
Yeah. Well, I feel like I could have gone to the spot where he starts chasing you sooner than I really did.
That's what I was just thinking, because you, if I remember from what you were telling me, it was right after the helicopter crash, and you have to get past the helicopter hallway where he appears, right?
Right, and you were saying you can do most of the rest of the area before that. I just never went back and did that.
Yeah, and I think there's like
I think I'd like saved, like I think all my available saves were post Mr. X arrival, and I didn't feel like doing the whole thing again.
Yeah,
I might return to it someday. Find some cheat modes or some invincibility hacks.
Yeah.
Be like, suck it, Mr. X. You don't scare me.
Yeah, make him something really funny, Mr. Bean or something.
Oh yeah, turn him into like a big chicken.
Yeah,
That'd
exactly.
Be fun. Or Thomas the Tank Engine.
Mm-hmm. That's terrifying, actually, but
I'm so scared of Thomas the Tank Engine.
Oh my god. The extra mode on this game, Fourth Survivor, was really fun. I actually put like several hours into it and got a decent rank in it. I don't know that I ever did the tofu run, but
tofu's just like knife only.
Knife only, yeah. But yeah, it's basically get from point A to point B, and you're loaded up. Like the the first character you have is Hunk, I think. You know what I mean? So you have like several grenades, like an assault rifle.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's super fun.
I always really loved the extra modes in pretty much all of the ones that I played, like from 3. The OG Mercenaries mode was a lot of fun, and then the Resident Evil 4 Mercenaries mode was like one of the best arcade shooters that I've ever played. Like that shit it's like NBA Jam with bullets. Like that's like the level of fun and like the the level of engagement that Mercenaries 4 gives me.
Didn't they release, like... I'm looking through my Steam library. I feel like they released a Mercenaries game in parallel with a Resident Evil game once, didn't they?
Huh. I know there was like the Mercenaries 3D on the 3DS, which was I think it was the maps from 4 and 5 and the characters from 4 and 5 and like a couple bonus ones.
Yeah.
I never had a 3DS, so I never played it, and I feel like it wouldn't have been great on a handheld. But they should totally port that shit onto PC. I would love like a Mercenaries Legacy collection.
Yeah, that'd be
like
dope.
just slap all the Mercenaries modes into one game. I'll pay, I don't know, pay $20-ish for that, 25.
That's a great idea.
I mean, why not? Save me from having played the awful parts of like Resident Evil 5 and like the parts that I'm too scared to play of Resident Evil 2 Remake. Still let me have the fun, though.
Right. Hell
yeah.
Right. Man, I've been itching to play Metal Gear Solid now.
Hell yeah. I've been having that itch myself recently. I tried to play 3 not that long ago, emulated, but I'm too dumb to figure out how to get that shit to work good anymore.
It's tough.
I was like, this shit is slow. I'm tired. I want to go bad.
Make Alex figure it out.
Hey, he was the one that like hooked me up with it in the first place. I don't want to have to get him to come over and be like, can you make my stuff do good?
I'll do it in like 5 seconds. It's fine.
Buddy, help your dumb friend.
Help me. M-baby.
I'm dumb, baby. All right, we're at the end. We're almost at the end of my first page. I think we've got 39, if I counted right, total. So,
yep,
that's
the amount of videos you have. Yeah.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7, 8, 9 will be our last one for this page.
Cool.
So, hit it. That next trailer.
We got Citizen.
Yep. All right. No one has rated this review as helpful yet. I gave this a thumbs up. I said, well-written, fun, and easy cyberpunk RPG with heavy CJ Cherry vibes. I'm pretty sure we've talked about CJ Cherry on the stream before. Read a fair number of her books, and there was one that was like kind of dumb, but all the rest of them are pretty tight.
Okay.
The thing that I always think of when reading the good ones is The Wire in space. Just the scope of it and like the sort of the interconnectivity of different social groups.
Okay.
By way of like crime, usually. Crime and commerce. But yeah, the game is super tight. You wake up as I think you're like a decommissioned android on this space station, or I don't remember if it's a space station or if it's a colony ship that's like stuck. But yeah, you basically have to like solve these mysteries and do these fun little adventures with this dice mechanic. It's a cool way to do stats. It's like you have like your 5 main stats, and then you can roll a 1 through a 6 on them. And then when there's like speech checks, you can decide which of the dice that you've rolled for that day to use on any given check.
Dope. Gonna be time.
All right. Next up, Golf Around. No one has rated this review as helpful yet. Gave this a thumbs up, and I said, better than Golf with Your Friends, the game.
Woo! Is that it?
Yep. Yes. That's all.
And this dude knows golf games, has spent lots of hours in golf games, so you can trust his opinion on this.
Yeah.
This looks fun.
It is. It's not perfect. I'm still searching for that regular golf game.
Yeah.
That catches my heart the way that Mario Golf once did.
But
not not happening. Hasn't happened yet. For whatever reason, it's very rare that anyone makes not a like PGA golf game. But yeah, that's all I want is a arcade fun regular golf,
Mario Golf.
not mini golf. Yeah, just
All
want
right.
Mario Golf.
Tell me how you feel about Ultimate Fishing Simulator.
All right, Ultimate Fishing Simulator. No one has rated this review helpful yet. I gave this a thumbs up. I said I like this game a lot, but I'd be lying if I said I understood anything that was going on. I don't know anything about fishing in real life, and the tutorials leave a lot to be desired. They don't tell you much info about the fish themselves, what baits they like, what methods are effective for catching which fish, etc.
Really?
I'd also enjoy a checklist to show which fish I've caught in which levels. Other than that, this game is great for hopping on voice chat with some buds and beers and killing time with your friends.
Hell yeah. Very positive review again.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, that does look fun.
Yeah, it's a good time. It was just like me and Denver would just like hop on Discord and drink beers and smoke and be like, "Yeah, you getting any good bites?" Like, which is extra funny for me because I'm like not a guy who fishes in real life at all.
Right.
But like sort of pretending was very funny.
I love that. You're LARPing.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Oh, I saw that kitty cat butt.
Yeah, he's being a jerk.
Ah. Perfect.
Somebody
jerk.
wants to be fed because somebody else hasn't fed them yet, even though I text her and asked her to feed them.
Well,
Whoopsies. Days Gone. You played Days Gone? Tell me about that. I almost got it.
very briefly, did you start the trailer?
Yeah.
Alright, no one has rated this review as helpful yet, and one person found this review funny. I gave this a thumbs down and said, ran fine for 20 minutes, then ground to a halt no matter what my settings were.
Oh no.
That's it. Posted May 20th.
Oh my god. Yeah, this game actually got pretty bad reviews. It was really hyped up, and then a lot of people said it was kind of repetitive and clunky.
Yeah, I remember hearing that it was like kind of mediocre when it came out. What made me give it a shot was apparently Pinche Alejandro really enjoys it.
Oh, good.
Something seems to have happened to the display in the Discord. It looks like you're cutting off the bottom of the video, like the bottom, I don't know.
It seemed like things
quarter inch or something,
randomly
half inch.
Okay, so something changed with the last video, and it got weird.
Interesting. Well, not a huge deal.
No,
We can use our imaginations.
I can fix it. There it goes.
All right, cool.
Should we move on to Control Alt Ego?
Yes, let's. Tell me when to start.
Go ahead.
All right. No one has rated this review as helpful yet. One person found this review funny. I gave this a thumbs down, and I said, crashes on lowest settings twice in the first 10 minutes.
Man. So
That's it.
Is that
That's
two
all
or-
you get.
Yeah, I mean, what are you going to do? Do you play anything? You have nothing to review.
Yeah,
Whoa, they
exactly.
did throw that
It's like-
floppy disk into that robot's mouth, and that was pretty sweet.
See, it looks cool.
Mhm.
I wanted to try it at least, but it before I could do anything just fell apart. It's
You
like,
gotta
well,
finish the game before you
Yeah.
release it.
don't do me like this. I don't work for you. I'm not going to spend part of the time that I wanted to spend playing a video game figuring out how to fucking troubleshoot a video game that should, by virtue of the fact that I paid money for it, just fucking work.
Oh my god. Especially when it's such a cool looking little teaser like this.
Yeah. Yep.
Alright. Ever seen a cat? Two.
Ever seen a cat?
Two.
No one. Is it 2?
Yeah.
Oh, well, it's pretty much the same. I think I did play both, but I
talking
maybe
about cat
only
finding
reviewed
game?
the first one. Yeah, it's fun. No one has rated this review as helpful yet, but I gave this a thumbs up and I said, great time looking for cats, fun puzzle elements, and cute art.
Hell yeah.
Posted May 29th.
Fuck yeah, I'm about this.
Yeah, me and Jenna actually played this and a couple other, similar style games together. We were on that for a couple of weeks. It was a
Oh,
good
yeah.
time.
Love that.
It was very, very funny seeing Jenna play video games.
Yeah. I can imagine.
Yeah. All right.
Grand Theft Auto 5.
This one I considered going back to do a triple F games on.
Yeah.
But which is the reason that I reinstalled it and played it for a little bit this year.
I remember that.
Long enough to review it, which my review is no one has rated this review as helpful yet. One person found this review funny. I gave this shit a thumbs down. I said, a game about driving and shooting where the driving and shooting are the worst parts.
That's hilarious.
That's with 128 hours on record, by the way, because I'm an insane person.
How far did you get? Did you beat it?
Oh, I totally beat the story mode, yeah.
Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah. I feel like I did a fair amount of like side missions and shit. That was one of the things that I didn't really like about it is I had a hard time like knowing what was a story mission.
Yeah, it's all too realistic. Or like too.
Well, it's just like there's kind of no like, and also just sort of not like I'm not gonna say nothing happens because like stuff does happens, but the plot, like the actual plot beats, are so far removed from one another. Even if you are just doing the like main story missions,
right?
You got to go talk to like the FBI agent who puts you on like 5 fucking missions before anything substantial happens.
Before real shit, yeah.
You do the nerd guy missions, same thing, like 5 of those before kind of anything actually happens.
Yep.
I don't know. It looks great. It's not fun. It's not like it's fun to fuck around in, and that's kind of it. Like actually doing the game is mostly just tedious.
People spend a lot of real life money in that multiplayer game.
Dude, people are out of their fucking minds. I don't know. Who knows why anyone does anything?
You ready for a Mega Strikers?
You know I am.
Let's go.
All right, no one has rated this review as helpful yet. I gave this a thumbs up. I like said, don't expect good match. What's that?
I like the aesthetic. Oh, I played this game before.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I feel like this is a very much a Jesse game.
There was a point where the Rocket League community was like, "Oh, this game, check it out."
Yeah, it's pretty Rocket League-y. Much slower. Yeah. I said, don't expect good matchmaking, only play QP and spam the thumbs up emoticon, and this game is enjoyable enough. There's some pretty glaring balance issues, but it's still early and it's free, so I'm willing to give it a lot more leniency than I would ever give a game of this quality that I spent money on.
Hell yeah. Very fair.
That's with 42.6 hours on record.
Oh, fuck yeah. That's very fair.
Yeah.
Fun little game, little ping pong soccer-y superpower. Like it's like they wanted to do like a ping pong meets Valorant.
I was gonna say like Overwatch, Rocket League.
Yep, exactly.
By way of what's the like top down? You gotta do the lanes thing.
Top down lanes thing.
What are those games called?
I'm not
MOBAs.
Sure.
I don't know what any of them are actually called, and I don't know what MOBA stands for.
I don't think it's a MOBA, but I think I know what you're talking about, though.
Ben from Wednesday would know what I'm talking about. He's the one that clued me into Mega Strikers.
There you go.
But yeah, not bad. Haven't played it in a hot minute, but you know, did enjoy it. I kind of stopped because I was like, I started feeling like bad about still being bad. Because like people see that I'm like a high level or whatever,
they expect a lot,
and yeah, and then I'm like, whoops, let that easy goal go. Oh, whoopsies. Missed that shot. Oh, missed that other shot. If anyone needs me, I'm gonna just be standing over here punching this guy. All right, well, serve it to me when there's a good open.
I feel that way after 3,000 hours of Rocket League, so it's fine.
Yeah, you know. That's also just not really my vibe for games. I'm as an indoor kid, I'm also a single player kid.
I agree. Just Cause 3?
Let's do it. I actually had played this a good few years ago and came back to it because I wanted to check out the DLC. So this actually is mainly so the update happened this year, I guess. So no one has rated this review as helpful yet. I gave this a thumbs up, and I said, I really enjoy this game, but it's totally bonkers that for all the useless crap there is to upgrade and modify, not a single thing will make you harder to kill. Possibly the best grappling hook / hang glide combo of any game, hampered by combat with guys who can take 5 headshots from your strongest gun and no real health bar. You just die when the game says you do. Fine driving, but why would you ever?
But why would you?
Flying vehicles and boats are awful, but not worse than GTA. If the combat was actually fun and not just fun to watch, this might be one of my all-time favorites. But as it stands, it's like a really solid 7 out of 10. Like a really solid 7. And then I said, update. Don't bother with the DLC. It's awful. They managed to make the wingsuit bad for one and added the Arkham Knight car tank thing for no reason with the other.
Oh my god.
That was actually the first time I managed to get a refund on just DLC.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I did it, the automated way, and it was like, you've got too much playtime, and so they rejected it, and then I resubmitted it and put a note in that said, there's no way I spent 2 hours on this DLC. And then they refunded it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Agent A, a puzzle in disguise.
All right.
You're 24 minutes on this one.
Oh, did I just put a whole...
Mm-hmm.
Is it like a whole playthrough?
Yeah.
All right, we'll just skip to the next one as soon as I'm done talking.
Mm-hmm.
No one has rated this review as helpful yet. I gave this a thumbs up, and I said, pretty good art, writing, and puzzles. 1 or 2 puzzles utterly flabbergasted me, but that's what internet guides are for. Posted June 24th.
Nice. Let's get right into Chisholm.
That's definitely not how that's pronounced.
What?
One person found this review helpful. One person found this review funny. I gave this a thumbs down and said, cool art hampered by stiff combat and glacial progression. Is it a roguelike or not? Is it a Metroidvania? Is it a 2D Souls-like? Whatever it's trying to be, it doesn't do a great job.
Oh no.
Posted June 30th.
It's too many of all of them.
Yeah, like, it looks cool. I wanted to enjoy it. Yeah.
It doesn't look like it has a lot of substance.
Who doesn't like a fun little village? And then you're like, well, I guess I'm going to just get murked mercilessly over and over again by basically every single enemy I encounter.
Oh, it looks like they're fanfaring to like D&D stuff, because there's like a gelatinous cube.
Oh, yeah. I don't know if it's like specifically D&D or not.
Yeah, I don't know.
Or if it's just kind of in that vein.
It looks cute. It doesn't look terribly in depth, but it looks cute.
It's pretty difficult and not in a particularly fun way. IMO.
I'm stoked for the next one. Sludge Life 2.
Oh yeah, you cleared it?
Yep.
Alright, no one has rated this review as helpful yet. Unsurprisingly gave this a thumbs up. I said, basically more of the same as the first Sludge Life, which was astoundingly good. 99% of sequels should hope to be this good. It doesn't do any of the common sequel mistakes, like put in too much stuff or take out too much stuff, or add anything stupefying and annoying to make the game drag on for no reason. This game is fun and engaging and weird as hell the whole time. You get to give cigarettes to kids and birds and fight cops while setting up a rap video shoot. This might be my game of the year. As it stands, it absolutely is my game of the year.
Yay, that's awesome. Sludge Life is awesome.
It was so good.
Two buttholes, I forgot about that.
Both of them. Oh, fuck, I forgot about the cat with 2 buttholes, too. Hero. Favorite character in probably all of fiction. Look at him.
Character of the year. Okay, here's where it's getting to the second part, because I was like, okay, all this is from the first one. I haven't played the second one yet.
It's great.
Did it come out for free on Epic too?
Not to my knowledge, but it was on a pretty heavy sale as soon as it came out. I think even not on sale, it is not very expensive.
Or something, yeah. I love how many people demand cigarettes from you in this game.
There's a couple characters who will like only do stuff after you've given them a certain number of cigs.
Yeah.
It's very funny.
So funny.
Yeah, just everything about that game is so cool.
Yeah,
so cool
great.
and good.
Go play it. We're gonna get.
Please go play Sludge Life. Oh hell yeah! You get the cat with the butthole on the left side. I get it on the right side.
Yes, I love it. We put like our arms together.
And we put our arms together. It forms the both buttholes.
Yes. All right.
I love that.
Oh my god, that's so good. All right, tell me about Gris. Gris?
I said gris.
Gris. Oh yeah, it's French. It means gray. Right?
I believe so. Yeah, no one has rated this review as helpful yet. I gave it a thumbs up, and I said, short and simple, beautifully illustrated, go-right platformer whose soft aesthetic edges extend to utterly challenge-free gameplay suitable for a sad child.
That's beautiful.
Reminds me a bit of... Reminds me a bit of Spiritfarer, though that game had a lot more going on in the way of actual gameplay. Easy to miss the achievements, but not nearly engaging enough to make me want to go back and get them. Mm-hmm. Good for $4 and an easy 3-ish hours. Posted July 1st.
Looks like a beautiful art experience for sure.
It was a lot of fun. $4, 3 hours, perfectly worth it.
Yeah. For this, like, oh yeah, look at this. This game has more.
Yeah, there's a lot of like fun, weird shit to it as well.
Uh-huh.
It doesn't do what a lot of these sort of art games do, which is by the end it's like bludgeoning you with the artist's statement.
Right, exactly.
This one's just like, here's some weird stuff I drew. Check it out.
Very cool.
Yeah, I liked that one a lot.
Well, did you like EXO 1?
EXO 1, 2 people found this review helpful, 2
Nice.
people found this review funny. I gave this a thumbs down, and I said, looks cool, but I wish the ship would just fly instead of making me have to... Instead of making me have to do this gravity physics stuff, especially since it doesn't seem like there's much of anything to actually do with the physics. It might build on itself later, but for the first half hour, this falls into complicated screensaver territory for me.
Yeah, it looks like you're just watching a game of fucking disc golf from the disc point of view in space.
Yeah. You kind of just go up and down.
Yeah.
And that's about it. You can cut the gravity in such a way that like you hit the ground, you build up velocity, and then as you go up the next hill you get like momentum and stuff. And it's like fine, but there's no, at least the part that I played, there's nothing to like actually do with those abilities. Like you don't have to like there weren't any instances of like slamming the ship down on something to like make something move or like open a door, or you didn't have to get like up to a certain speed to make anything happen or anything. It's just like fly around, whatever.
It sounds like not as fun Excite Bike.
Not much of a game. Complicated screensaver.
The Long Drive, early access.
The Long Drive. One person found this review helpful. One person found this review funny. I gave this a thumbs down, and I said, I get that this is early access, and to an extent, the jank is part of the appeal or the charm, but I can't hang with this. The camera clips through the character model. The controls are ponderous at best. Meaning dismount doesn't mean dismount the car. It means take the door off the hinges.
Oh, Jesus.
And everything feels bad and wrong and not in the fun way. Once I got into the car and saw the empty fuel tank and realized I'd have to spend more time dragging my avatar around by the head to find some gas, I gave up. If the controls weren't so brazenly bad, I would have given this more time, but as it stands, you'll have better, more responsive controls if you take a stenography class while wearing oven mitts.
Oh my god.
Posted July 5th.
Amazing. I see the charm of it, but Yeah. I
Like
commute an hour
it
to work
looks
every
fun.
day, so I'm good.
It looks fun, but like everything about it feels bad. It's like you know how like in Amnesia you have to like click and drag to like open the
Oh yeah.
door or the
Uh-huh.
drawers or whatever.
Uh-huh.
It's like that, but sometimes you click to open a door and the door just comes off.
Oh god, that's annoying.
And it's like, what is happening? And also like sometimes depending like what you're actually doing, there were instances where the camera was like literally up in the back of the character's head. So like the bottom third of my screen was just this horrible like low polygon like head model.
Right, just
Like
blocking
what
you.
is this? What is happening? But didn't enjoy that. Maybe I'd give it a few more years of development maybe.
Mm-hmm.
But so it goes. Can't all be bangers.
Nope. But is Axiom Verge?
Axiom Verge. 2 people found this review helpful. 1 person found this review funny. I gave this a thumbs down. I said, great art and music hindered by slavishly retro gameplay.
Oof.
The bosses take too long, and it also It also falls into the classic Metroidvania trap of, did you miss something? Yes. Are you doing it wrong? Also, yes. The fact that I bought this twice and returned it twice should tell you plenty about the lasting impression this game made on me, which is utterly forgettable.
Mm-hmm. It looks like, oh yeah, it looks a little annoying.
It looks fun, and Wednesday, Jim from the Wednesday show highly recommended it. He apparently had a blast with it, but boy, could I not hang.
Not for you. And you like
Not for me.
Metroidvanias. I wonder what Tommy would think
I
of
do.
this.
I generally do. I've been recently playing the Castlevania Advance collection. Haven't posted a review for it, but boy, are those games good. Particularly whatever the second one is, where you play as the extremely blonde guy, blonde McBlurryman.
Yeah, I don't know his name.
Who is not Alucard, because I
McBlurryman.
think Alucard does the same thing in the one that he's in. But yeah, super fun. Just like everything like feels good the whole time. Like it's like you can rely on your character to move predictably and like in a satisfying way. Like if I get hit by something, it's either like a Medusa head flying through and it's like, well, I just misjudged the wave. But it's like you don't feel like it doesn't have like a lot of cheap shots.
Okay.
When you
Love
get
that.
got, you like see why you got.
Gotcha. Cool.
Which I think is very important in basically every video game. I think if you hit a fail state, it should be very clear why you hit that fail state.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
Because otherwise, how do you learn?
Yeah, I think that's huge coming from you too. Just like, because I know you because I know you don't like to. You don't want to have to die more than 3 times, like on a level, right?
Sure, and that's a very good example of it. Like I do have the patience to fight the Castlevania bosses multiple times, like because of how fun it is,
Right.
and I can always see what has happened and understand what has happened and like what I need to change going forward.
Mm-hmm.
Versus other stuff where it's just like you died because the game said so. And it's
Right.
like, well, I don't know about that.
I didn't learn anything.
Yeah, but why?
Right. All right. Road 96. What time's
96.
what's your out time tonight? Do you want to power through the rest of these, or do you want to?
We got a few more on this page. Yeah, let's just power through them. We can do it.
I think we
I
can
have
too.
no out time, but I know you like to get in bed a fair bit earlier than me. So
I do, and I'm feeling my brain go a little fuzzy.
no sweat. I'll read the next ones extra
You
fast.
don't have to read
Hit
them
it.
extra fast. I think if we just stay focused, it'll be a good pace.
All right.
Cool.
Fine.
Road
Road
96.
96. No one has rated this review as helpful yet. I gave this a thumbs up. I said interesting mechanics, somewhat overly simplified politics, but I guess overall a positive message against authoritarianism? Question mark. Kind of does the bad guys on both sides thing while also presenting unearned redemption moments for certain characters that didn't really sit great with me. But I did have fun lazily clicking my way through some easy puzzles and exploring some unique environments. Yeah, there's parts of it that are better than others. It's a game about a teenager doing an illegal border crossing, and I imagine it's not super easy to turn that kind of subject matter into a video game, but they try. They don't really knock it out of the park, but they tried at least.
Yeah.
And it does, to its credit, like remain pretty consistently at least anti-authoritarian. There is one character who's a cop that is like the one that gets the unearned redemption moment, I thought. But like, I don't know. Whatever.
Yeah. That's cool. It said it was by the makers of Valiant Hearts, and that was a cool game.
I don't know that one.
It's a turn-based.
Oh wait,
RPG.
oh no, I'm thinking of something else. What's that like side-scrolling like French World War One action game? You know what I'm talking about?
Was that Valiant Hearts? Maybe I'm the one that's wrong. Maybe that is Valiant Hearts. No, maybe I think you're right actually.
It's something Hearts for sure.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Let's find out. It is
more
Valiant
sense.
Hearts.
That
Valiant
makes a lot
Hearts:
more
The Great
sense.
War.
Yep, that makes a lot more sense. So,
Hey,
regardless,
mystery solved.
still a dope game. I used the wrong equation, but got the right answer.
Nailed it.
Right? Tell me about Weird West.
Weird West. No one has rated this review as helpful yet. I gave this a thumbs up. I said this is the most fun I've had with an action RPG in a long time. It plays a lot like what a modern Black Isle Fallout game might feel like, mixed with a healthy dose of Red Dead Revolver and a fair bit of Undead Nightmare.
Oh, damn.
I don't know why it's called an immersive sim because there's nothing super immersive about it. Speech interactions / actual role playing are pretty minimal, and there's no real way to fail any of the story quests as far as I could tell. You can play it stealthy or loud, but neither is really encouraged or punished except in a few very rare circumstances. The character progression isn't very deep, but the character-specific abilities are all weird and unique and fun, even if you won't probably use them in favor of the abilities that carry over between characters. If you're uncertain about whether this one will jive with you, the demo is the entire first campaign of the game. The one downside to this is none of the achievements from this chapter will pop for you if you do wind up getting the full game. But I'll say this did happen to me, and I played the whole first chapter again totally without complaint because the game is actually fun, interesting, and unique.
Hell yeah, great review. It looks super fun. It definitely has
That's
Bethesda
my
building
second place game of the year.
Mm-hmm. Not Bethesda, but it got that isometric Fallout look.
Yeah,
from Black Isle.
It's like it's kind of like it feels like what Fallout 3 might have felt like if they had kept it isometric instead of first person.
I would love an isometric Fallout 3. Oh my god.
It's kind of astounding that well, not really.
There's probably somebody making it.
I was gonna say like that's probably a lot of work. I feel like a lot of those models aren't meant to be seen from those angles. I bet a lot of those buildings don't even have roofs drawn on them.
Yeah, no, that's ground up work.
Yeah.
All
well,
right. We can dream. We can dream.
Yeah, someday. I mean, until then, there's Weird West. Maybe those people will make another good game.
Yeah, I'm gonna remember that one and check it out. But
highly recommend it.
Grand Theft Horse. We've talked about this one.
Grand Theft Horse Rustler. One person found this review helpful. I gave this a thumbs up, and I said, this is the best GTA game I've played since Vice City.
Ooh, I knew that was your favorite. I almost brought that up earlier.
I wish it had a bit more variety to its missions and a little more stuff to do outside the missions, but overall I found this fun, engaging, and enjoyable.
And what else could you ask for?
Yeah, it was a hoot. I got 10.5 hours out of it. It was a good time.
Oh, nice. Oh, Card Shark from GOG coming up next.
Card Shark. One person found this review helpful. One person found this review funny. I gave this a thumbs down, which was unfortunate because it looks really cool. I said, if you have problems with short-term memory or visualization, this will be impossible. I can't get past the tutorial because in my moron brain, I cannot figure out which way the cards are going to stack no matter what I try.
Oh my god.
When I hit left, does it mean it's going to stack the cards to the left? Apparently not. When I hit right, does it mean it's going to stack them to the right? Also no. Either I missed a single dialogue line that explains it, or it never explains if you're meant to be counting/dealing from the top of the pile or the bottom. And honestly, I think it changes from pile to pile, so it might as well be random. It's a shame because I really like the art and the story seems fun so far, but again, can't beat the tutorial. Posted September 2nd.
Damn, that's rough, because that sounds fun.
Yeah. I was looking forward to a little con artist game, but couldn't get my fucking brain around it.
Your review was pretty much the exact same length as the trailer.
Nailed it.
Very close.
Hire me for voiceover work.
Oh. Now we got Tunguska, the visitation.
Tunguska,
thank you.
Alright, 2 people found this review helpful, and it got the Wholesome Award from somebody. I gave this a thumbs up, but I said it gets really annoyingly buggy after you leave the starting village. It crashed on me twice during the cordon fight, now twice at the gas station, and I'm getting too annoyed to continue, which is a shame because it's a really interesting and fun take on the stalker/survival sci-fi genre. Too bad these problems didn't start manifesting until the refund window closed. And after I posted that, I got a message from the developer who was like, hey, I'm really sorry to hear this. I'm working actually on updating the engine like as we speak. So after the next update, it should be like more stable, which made me go back to it. And I updated. I said, update. I powered through the constant crashing of the early game and found it to stop being an issue after the areas mentioned above, until the Oblenska camp and the maze where another bunch of crashed to death desktops heavily discouraged me, but I prevailed, being able to put up with it because overall the game is very fun and satisfying. There's a few other parts that I was utterly flabbergasted as to what to do, but that's what console commands are for. I realize my initial thumbs down may have been hasty, though I stand by my points. I will say that this game, despite its jank and flaws, is also a very fun survival/exploration experience that I did not guess I would spend 30 hours on at the 3-hour mark, and that I may clock even more time on if I decide I want to 100% it or check out the DLC. Posted September 9th.
Hell yeah. We went over, but I didn't want to cut you off. I liked what you were saying.
Oh, that's fine. I added a little more flavor in there.
Mm-hmm. Oh, man. Tear me apart.
I feel like it.
Tear me apart.
I'm sorry.
Tear me apart.
It's not you, it's me, buddy.
Yep. Okay. Go ahead, Inscription. I love this
All
game.
right, Inscription. No one has rated this review as helpful yet. 2 people found this review funny. I gave this a thumbs down. I said, to its credit, it does more with the endless repeated game overs than a lot of games, but it gets so tired so fast having the game be like, you are a failure, but you have not earned your release, or whatever the heck is going on.
Very rude.
Modern games could really benefit by not ever making me do the same part more than 2, maybe 3 times if the game is extremely fun. Repetition is not enriching, and running my head into the opaque wall of this game again and again is not fun.
Honestly, so
Posted September 11th.
Oh, shit. So this is probably the worst thing that's ever happened on that date, then.
Yeah, I guess so. Depending on how much you like Inscription, I suppose.
Just a little joke. Yeah, Inscription, I loved Inscription, but yeah, it does definitely mock you, and again, it makes sense that you didn't like it. It's a lot of start over, and they do a little bit to power you up, but
I liked that it gives you new cards when you lose.
Yeah.
That was the thing that I like appreciated. Yeah. But I fucking hate it when games like trash talk to you also.
Right. I'm not
Like I gave up. I gave up trying to 100% the Tony Hawk remake because the fucking skate heaven level when you got to do the thing where you jump into the volcano or the whatever combo line, whatever it's actually called.
Yeah.
When you miss it, it just goes like you suck. Like straight up laughs at you, and I was like, "This is the most fucking annoying shit in the entire world. I'm never gonna do this." And then I uninstalled it and haven't played it since.
Yep.
Like, I got no time for this. This is heinous.
Don't be rude to us, video games.
Yeah, like what the fuck? Like why are you? Is the I did I pay $30 to get bullied?
Yeah.
What the fuck is going on?
Bullshit.
Yeah. So not my vibe. I'm glad that you enjoy it, but
it was fun. It changed a lot, but
ain't for me. Yeah, I've seen like snippets here and there, but it's like I just don't have the attention span for it.
It's also one of those goofy art projects. Like, did I tell you that like they really buried floppy disks at locations in real life that people found via clues in the game?
Oh, that's pretty fun.
Yeah, like there's a whole what do they call those things? Like real life RPG
ARG.
Story. Yeah, there's a whole ARG aspect to it, which is pretty cool. I can send you a video too on it if you want to like check out what it was about.
Hell yeah, I'd absolutely check that out.
Cool.
All right, we're on the last page. Most of these are pretty short.
We're in the last stretch here. The Pale Beyond.
The Pale Beyond. No one has rated this review helpful yet. One person found this review funny. Unfortunately, I had to give this a thumbs down. I said I was really enjoying this until I started getting the inkling that the choices didn't matter.
Oh no.
When I got to week 7 and there were just no crew requests, I started getting the inkling that the requests didn't matter either.
Oh no.
When it told me the ship might free itself at any moment, it didn't happen. When it told me the furnace might blow, it happened immediately. Real shame, because I was enjoying getting to know the various characters and the art is cool, but I can't stand the sense of inevitable punishment that is unrelated to any of my choices.
Yeah, that's
fair. I understand it's supposed to be a survival game or whatever, but I don't appreciate the prospect of a game that I like literally can't do good at.
Right. Well, you need
like rules, I don't like the wait around to die simulators, and I don't like these weird like punishment simulators. Like we have books for this. Like I could read a book. I don't have to when I read a book, my skills are already sufficient because I know how to read. Yes. And the bad things that happen in the book don't make me feel like I had anything to do with it. Whereas in a video game, the primary method of interaction is player playing.
Decision or like,
and it's like, well, this kind of sucks. Like, I don't feel like it's fair to blame the fact that the fucking ship got stuck in ice on me.
Right.
Seems like you were gonna just do that on your own anyway, video game.
Next up, Dredge.
No one has rated this review as helpful yet. One person found this review funny. I gave this a thumbs down. I said, glacial progression, a boat made of paper, mostly just a time sink. Cool art, and what's not to like about piloting a fun little boat around, but also there's nothing to really do. For example, check out the achievements, and note that most of the things they ask you to do are things you would do eventually anyway, assuming that it was a fun game. Ultimate Fishing Simulator is a better fishing game. Spiritfarer is a better boat game. Katamari Damacy is a better cosmic horror game.
Yeah.
Posted September 26th.
That's, yeah. Oh, okay. It does have cosmic horror aspects.
Yeah, it's all like fishmans and shit.
It's cutesy.
Yeah, it's like it's a unique visual take, but again, it's like it's just too slow. It just takes so long to do everything, and like you bonk into a rock once, and you're like, well, I guess it's gonna take me 25 minutes to get back to my safe haven so I can repair my boat. Fun, cool. I love slower boat.
Oh no.
Can't all be winners.
No, of course not.
I believe Dredge was also made by a pretty small team, and like, good try. It just wasn't for me.
Storyteller.
Storyteller. No one has rated this review as helpful yet. One person found this review funny. I gave this a thumbs down and I said it's not nearly as clever as it claims to be. There's only one real way to solve any of these puzzles, and it's got nothing to do with setting up unique narrative perspectives, just fiddling with all the bits until you find the one specific sequence the game wants you to use. This is the complexity of a Mickey's cap pictogram.
Oh no, I hate that. It looks like it though. It looks
But like in the description, it's like figure out how to like tell a little story and like make it do it your own perspective.
Right.
But it's like that's not really what it is at all. It's just like, you know, it's like if you're super into like lateral thinking and like logic puzzles or whatever.
sure.
But there's at most only ever like 2 little check marks you can get that'll be like, you know, solve it this way and then solve it this way, and that's just sort of all there is.
That's fucking whack.
It was a bummer.
Yeah, sounds disappointing.
But if you really like pictograms, give it a shot.
The Thief Simulator 2.
Thief Simulator 2. No one has rated this review as helpful yet. I gave this a thumbs up. I said it improves on the first one a lot. Very impressive for a solo developer. But crashes a lot, and the load times are excruciating, comprising, I would guess, close to a quarter of my logged hours. And then I said, parentheses, I recognize this may be a me problem, but I still think it's worth mentioning. Not helped by the fact that when you quick load, all the locks and alarms and stuff rearm themselves, leading to a repetitive time sink for every failed attempt.
Oh, that sucks.
Good if you have more patience than I do. Posted October 14th.
Very fair. But I think those are pretty legitimate complaints too.
Yeah, and I still gave it a thumbs up. Like the parts that aren't the loading screens are a lot of fun.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks fun.
The first one was also pretty good.
Yeah.
This one has a bit more stuff going on, more like tools. I don't think the first one had like the drones, and I don't think you could go to jail if I remember right. I don't remember though. But yeah, pretty fun despite its flaws.
Hell yeah. Ooh, The Ascent. We've talked about this one too.
Indeed. The Ascent. 2 people found this review helpful. 1 person found this review funny. I gave this a thumbs down. I said, kinda cool, but ultimately pretty shallow, and also the worst map I've encountered in quite a long time. It might as well be a little bubble that says, good luck, idiot, in the corner where the map is. Tell me when things are above or below me at the very least if you're not going to show me actual pathways. Instead, we get a slurry of dots and icons suspended in space, devoid of frame of reference and useless for navigation.
Yep.
Get ready to wander in circles, backtrack, backtrack, and then find an elevator in a totally different area obscured by a giant neon sign.
Yeah.
The lighting effects are also extremely obnoxious, and the camera is frequently terrible.
And it's so fucking
Posted October
confusing.
21st.
It's so easy to just get lost and confused and wander around in
I
circles.
couldn't
and then
tell
just get
where
murked by
anything
dudes that
was.
are way too strong.
Yep. I was like, I've seen this neon awning 30 times.
Yeah.
I thought I would have put money on the idea that I have come to a different area by now, but seems not.
Sucks we weren't playing this at the same time. Might have been fun to play together.
I don't think that would have fixed the
It wouldn't
camera
have
and the
fixed
bad
the
map.
issues. No. But we might have had some more fun out of it.
Yeah, you're right. There's probably better games we could play together, though.
Yeah, it's true.
Probably like, you know, ones in a
can.
similar vein. I wonder if
should
Weird
look
West
up
has multiplayer. I kind of don't think it does, but it'd be awesome if it did.
That would be cool.
I'd absolutely play that again on co-op for sure.
Next is Grim Dawn.
Grim Dawn. 2 people found this review helpful. 5 people found this review funny. I gave this a thumbs down. I said, I don't think you get to call your game an action RPG when the only mechanic is left clicking.
Yep.
Yes, there is action on the screen. Things are moving and particle effects are slapping themselves all over everything, but movement, left click. Attack, left click. The skills I unlocked in my admittedly short playtime, yep, they're on left click too, but they only happen sometimes. I guess if you love left clicking, give this a shot because the art is cool, the setting is interesting. But if you were bored by Diablo 2 in the year 2000, this is not much better.
Yeah.
Posted October 27th.
Yeah, I see that point of view and those like number-oriented spells at the bottom, and I'm like, not for me.
That red bar and that blue bar,
Yep, not
it's
for
like
me.
good. And like too many hotkey commands,
Yep.
which also like didn't really do anything. I don't know. It was not fun.
It seems like a lot.
Yeah, and it's like I don't know. There's just other games that do like it was like if Heroes of Hammerwatch had awesome graphics but was bad.
Yeah. Yeah, you definitely want it the way Heroes of Hammerwatch did it, not the way this did it.
I still play Heroes of Hammerwatch, man. That shit is fun as hell.
Yeah, we should play some of that soon.
That's the biggest flaw of that game is the online multiplayer is so unreliable.
That's
like
the
I've
one we had
never
trouble with,
never
that's
had a
right.
game end of Heroes of Hammerwatch that wasn't I got disconnected.
Right. We'd have to play regular Hammerwatch for that.
Oh yeah. I forgot that regular Hammerwatch was a thing.
I'm excited.
All right,
for
we're in the last four.
last four. Plague Inc. I'm excited. I used to love this game back in the day.
I very much enjoyed it on, I believe, my first cell phone or my first smartphone. Excuse me. No one has rated this review helpful yet. I gave this a thumbs down, and I said, infuriating. I can't beat fungus mode because the random DNA spawns just stop. Doesn't matter what upgrades I get or in what order, no matter what I do, there's not enough points to achieve high enough infection followed by high enough mortality for a cure not to get developed. And also the cure percent seems to go like a goddamn bullet no matter what resistances I gain. I'm surprised there's not microtransactions to get more DNA or something. So it's not predatory, it's just incredibly stupid.
Yeah.
Posted November 2nd.
And if it's going to be that tight, it's going to box you into a certain type of play strategy. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, you got to do the avian flu plus the,
I was even doing, after my third attempt, as is my limit, I followed guides and stuff. I tried like 3 different guides, and none of them worked. The same thing happened every time.
Just RNG'd you to death.
I guess,
From
but
DNA
like,
mutation? Oh, because
come
of the lack of
on.
mutations. God, that's...
Yeah, it just stopped. The stuff just stopped spawning after a point, and it's like, well, I can either make it so that infection increases, or I can make it so that lethality increases. So I could get the whole population infected, but every time before I could start killing them, they would cure it. Right. It's like, well, and it happened multiple ways, even with guides. Dumb.
Stupid dumb.
Dumb and frustrating. And you can't skip them. You have to beat. Like, I have to beat fungus mode to get to any other mode.
Oh no!
Which
so you can't just
is really absurd.
Stupid level.
Yeah.
Yeah, this game got good reviews. Season A Letter to the Future.
Hell yeah. No one has rated this review as helpful yet. I gave this a thumbs up. I said, pretty good, but lacks some urgency. I took off from playing for about a month and came back to find myself pretty directionless and not very motivated to push on.
Yeah.
I wish you could make the bike go faster or do bunny hops or something. I wish it was a little clearer when I was missing things in a given area instead of the pages popping up once I encountered the sometimes very out-of-the-way locations and events. Could benefit from a little more structure, but overall pretty fun. Posted November 9th.
Miyazaki meets The Long Dark in the art style.
Yeah, sure. Definitely on that end. I enjoy this a lot. It's like you basically have a little adventure and make a little scrapbook about your adventure while you go. You get to like put photos and audio clips and drawings and stuff, quotes from different characters into this little book you carry around, and your character's like taking it to this mystical museum of some sort.
That's awesome. It doesn't look like it's on Steam. Where'd you get it from? Oh,
it's
no, it's on
100%
Steam.
on
It's 100%
Steam.
On Steam, and it's got a free demo. It didn't.
That's
it
tight.
didn't come up until I put the colon in.
Oh, that's funny.
Really funny.
Yeah. Check out the demo. Give it a shot.
Hell yeah. All right, last two. Coltic.
Last two.
Chapitra 1.
All right. No one has rated this review as helpful yet. I gave this a thumbs down. I said no one would be surprised if I didn't enjoy the story of a game. Oh, excuse me. No one would be surprised I didn't enjoy the story of a game if I were deaf and there wasn't an option for subtitles.
Ooh.
No one should be surprised that I don't enjoy a game when I can't tell where I am or where I've been because of my memory and visualization problems and there not being a map.
Yep.
If I find myself wandering around the same area for more than like 5 minutes in your reportedly action-packed FPS, I'm comfortable calling the game a failure. Give me a map. Doom had a map. There's no reason for any game aping that style to not have a map. Put a map in every game because I love games, but my brain doesn't work good.
Yep.
Posted November 10th.
Oh man, don't play that Geiger game.
Oh, Scorn?
Scorn, yeah. Oh man.
I watched a video the other day of a guy like using wall hacks to see outside of the map and see like the weirder stuff.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
That's awesome. You have to send me that video.
I really appreciate how opaque the lore of that game is. Like it's really truly alien.
Yep.
But it is like internally consistent. Like there is like logic to it, and like the stuff that happens is certainly upsetting, but also like explicable at the very least.
Right. God. Remember when we killed the guy on stream?
Yeah, you crushed that poor little mutant man with the ice cream scooper, stole his arm to open a door, you monster.
Oh my god. It was an emotional experience.
Turns out the bad guy was Jesse, as usual.
As fucking usual, it's me. God damn it. Alright, last one. Forgive me, Father.
Last one. I gotta confess, I wrote this today, and I only added it so that we would have an even number.
Then I added the forest.
It's okay. No one has rated this review as helpful yet. I gave this a thumbs up, and I said, like, cultic but good. Posted November 16th.
Hell yeah.
And
it's got the comic style.
I wanted that final stinger.
I love this comic style.
Yeah, the art's really cool. The gameplay is, like, not that the shooting stuff in Cultic was bad or anything. Mm-hmm. It's just, I guess the difference mainly is the level design. Like, the levels are all, it's really clear where you're supposed to go at any given time. But, like, without being, like, this is just a complicated single direction hallway. Like, you do have like choice, but stuff is like laid out in a way that makes sense, and everything like looks different enough.
This is also just like a lot crisper, while the other one was like, it was almost more like just blurry and harder to see.
Yeah, like this one is like lo-fi, but in a stylish way, whereas Cultic just looks like a complete ass PS1 game.
Yeah, exactly.
That style just doesn't really work not on a CRT.
Right. Right. It's like,
which is sort of strange. I'm noticing that again with Castlevania. They play awesome, they feel great to play, but they look like complete dog shit.
Yeah.
Some of those sprites, I'm like, what am I looking at? Like, I get that this is supposed to be like a spooky, scary, haunted castle or whatever, but I don't remember a Castlevania enemy that is equal parts dog food and like, I guess just muscle. I don't know. I don't know what the guy's supposed to be.
Yeah, you like to the point where
there's like the hunchback. It's like I recognize that he's the hunchback because of how he moves and having played the other games, but he just looks like a T-shirt on the ground.
Right. Exactly.
It's like, what is that?
Hard to immerse.
Yeah. For sure.
We did it. You got through all of them.
We
I'm
did
so
it.
happy. I'm so proud of you.
That has been my most of the year in games. Thanks, buddy. Thanks for letting me read a bunch of my maniac thoughts at you.
Hell yeah.
Thanks for putting
That's
up
what
with
I'm
me.
here for. Oh, there's a Forgive Me Father too.
Oh yeah, I think that just came out. That might still have the demo up. I think one of these has a demo anyway. Highly recommend it. It's also one that goes on sale pretty frequently. I feel like
Yeah. I've definitely
Before
added
I-
some to my wish
before I
list.
bought
forever
it,
list.
hell yeah. That's awesome. That's why I write the reviews, really, is
Mhm.
so that people can make better decisions about what they spend their money on. And if they think the stuff I write is funny, that's just bonus points for me.
Hell yeah. Man.
Hell yeah, indeed. All right. Well, that was fun. I enjoyed
super
that.
fun.
Thanks for tuning in out there in Twitch or YouTube land, wherever you may be watching. Follow us on all the things.
Yes,
DJ Yev does the theme song.
Mm-hmm.
Did I say follow us on Instagram? Follow us on YouTube. And I guess that's it. Don't go in the water.
What you doing, dog? You gonna get wet? I ain't gonna take you home. Well, come on, he got his damn feet wet now. Shit, dog.